There's always some young guy looking to take the crown from the king. I see it every year. Rumor has it you're going to be the player in this league real soon.
Yeah, I got some game.
Some game ain't enough game in this league. Keep working. Maybe one day you'll be someone to worry about. Tonight, it's all me, baby.
Hey, man, don't get too comfortable out there. I'm coming for you. Believe that.
Can't believe it. You're still in the league. But for sure you'd be washed out by now.
Oh, nah, you already know. I'm here thriving and surviving. You wish I wasn't in the league, because you know I'm about to take you to school tonight.
Please. I know you ain't done the league.
Just a little good-natured trash talking to get those competitive juices flowing, you know.
I hear you, player.
Oh,
let's get after it, team.
Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Thunder at the peak at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Guys, looking at Sacramento, they took the win in their last game against the Jazz in Utah. And they barely squeaked by with that one, edging out by just 1 point.
And you want to talk about a fantastic finish. That game had a little bit of everything. And then a little bit extra in overtime. What a great win.
And it was a great game for the fans, too. And that was a lot of fun for us to watch as well.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Stauskas is the 2 with Gay playing small forward. And it's Fry in at the point.
Well, he's actually drawn the attention of Kevin Durant. They've been talking. It'll be interesting to see how things go.
It's hard for me to discern if this is just a friendly rivalry or if he and Durant genuinely dislike each other. Either way, it'll be something to watch every time these two meet.
Gay kicks to Cousins. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Maybe they're still working out the kinks defensively because it was a blatant mistake. Rudy Gay traded twice in the last couple of seasons. Really, it was a big contract that led to him being dealt. Because Gay is a quality player, but the feeling was his production just didn't live up to the cost.
Now, here's Fry. After the miss from Serge Ibaka. Gay outside. 6 to shoot. Shoots from 14. Here's Cousins. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. Fouls to save the layup. They can earn it at the line.
And the second free throw, good.
Last season, the Kings inking DeMarcus Cousins to a big 4-year contract extension. Awarded the best season of his young NBA career, setting career highs pretty much across the board.
Now here's Durant. 24-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Here's Morrow. Cousins with the block. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. The Kings have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game.
You know, in the past with Cousins, I think he has tended to fall in love with the perimeter jump shot. He's got a good one. He can make it. But, you know, when you look at his size and strength, it's hard not to think that he should be taking advantage of that closing to the rim and putting more pressure on defenses as a result. I think last season he did commit to attacking inside the paint, and we saw the results. They were pretty good.
Here's Gay. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Shot from 12. And that one's good by Gay. Gay's got his first basket of the night.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
I'll put that, and Ibaka slams it in.
He could have tipped it home, but he wanted to give this crowd something to remember.
Dynamic work right there. Throw down that rebound.
Yes, sir. No need to back it out if you're in position for the dunk.
Here's Stauskas. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Utah Jazz. Shot clock at 6. And Drive pitch to Gay. From outside the arc. No good from Clark. And Steve, it's pretty clear that DeMarcus Cousins has solidified his place as the Kings franchise center.
Yeah, the future's bright. Last season, he was a contender for the most improved player in the All-Star game. If he can continue to produce and help the Kings become a winner, then the accolades will follow.
Here's Cousins. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Cousins, the pass to Fry. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move. 2 big points, too.
Durant dishes tomorrow. And it's Gay with the rebound.
What was the defense doing there? He is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
And Fry kicks to Landry. Stauskas, the pass to Fry. And Durant sends it back. And it'll be Sacramento. The Kings leading. Outside Collison. Over to the left wing. Here's Cousins. Here's Thompson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender draped all over.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
His first free throw attempt of the night right now. He hits both from the stripe. Here is Durant. Down low. Here's Adams. Takes it up with both hands and grips it down. And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess.
Yes, sir. No salt.
Back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And for the Kings guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
I thought they built this lead mainly because of their work on the glass. They really dominated the rebounding total.
And it takes some effort from all 5 guys to get a rebounding advantage like that. Everybody has to rebound the ball. That's how you finish off your defense.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Gay and Landry on the forward pair. Is it out there with Terry. And it's Thompson in at the center, locking down the middle. Russell Westbrook, maybe the most athletic and explosive point guard ever to play in the NBA. Some people would say, what about you?
Well, you know, it's hard to say ever. Russell Westbrook clearly plays with the kind of velocity that I've not seen at the point guard position. The only guy that comes to mind is probably Derrick Rose prior to his injury. I think Westbrook's aggression, powering through contact, probably gives him the a lot of torque. I mean, it's something to behold. I've not quite seen a guy at the point guard bring that kind of athleticism, and speed, and tenacity.
I like how you mentioned Rose because I would agree, and that's a great way to kind of figure out where he is when Rose is healthy.
Yeah.
Pre-injured Rose
He was right in that same category.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. The Wizard in their last time out against the Jazz did not have a great showing. He had 6 points, and he also was creating for others by getting the ball in a position to score it. The iron was quite unkind to him as shot after shot ricocheted off the rim. He'll be looking to have a much better time out this contest, Kevin.
Doris, thanks. Clark, we all know he wants to come out here and move on.
And you have to, Kevin. I mean, last game was last game. You got to forget about it. Tonight's a whole other for this guy.
They set the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Gay, and Durant sends it back.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out there.
Now here's Westbrook. Not a lot of room. A floater, and it's Durant. That time on the assist by Westbrook. And it's an 8-point Oklahoma City lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Thunder.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break beats, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
The Thunder, and especially Kevin Durant, seem to be on the clock for when are they going to win a title? But they still haven't closed.
And Kevin, there's no going there.
We've reached the end of the
Thank you, Kevin.
Okay, guys, let's talk about that first.
a runaway game. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
He has that slasher mentality, guys. We saw all the evidence of that in the first half as he continually got to the rim and scored.
Yeah, he had the jetpack on today, Steve, blowing by the defender no matter who they put in.
Hocking at the 4, Perkins at the pivot. Morrow is the 2 with Durant at 3. Westbrook in at the 1. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Kings on D, trailing by 13. Clock at 6. Durant just inside the line. No good from the wing. And for Sacramento, they're shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Cousins with a screen for Gay. Out left to the wing. Fry, that's for 2. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. It's wide open. He couldn't take advantage.
And the shot is good. Morrow's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Thunder. The Kings trail by 15. High in the post. He's covered by Westbrook. Gay dishes to Fry. Back to Gay. Pass it to Stauskas. On the arc. There's the bucket. Good.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Sets the pick to Westbrook. Terrific design on the pick flip. He lays it in. Westbrook's got his second bucket tonight.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effective.
Yeah, until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
The Thunder leading by 12.
Thunder head coach Scott Brooks really consistent with his message. It's all about defensive commitment and trusting your teammates at that end of the floor.
Durant attacking, and Oklahoma City hit with the bucket.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
The Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Now, here's Fry. He's covered by Westbrook. And Fry kicks to Cousins. All sorts of time. And it's off the back rim. No good. We talk about Scott Brooks' defensive focus. He played 11 years in the NBA as a 5'11 point guard, Steve. You'd better believe he had some toughness.
Oh, he was nasty. He was a big deal for the court. You know, he had a great stat about it. 5 consecutive seasons where he had more steals and turnovers. So it shows you about Scott Brooks.
Now, who says the big guy doesn't like to attack the basket? I mean, could have fooled me on that one.
Yeah, nice change of pace for him to power one home.
Yeah, it's not usually his role, but he takes advantage of the situation there.
Durant kicks to Westbrook. That's the good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 5 assists in the game. The Kings trailed by 16. Andrea's screen on Westbrook. Here's Fry, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Fry's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, I think his team would be ahead.
Westbrook drives in. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Looking at Oklahoma City, they want to turn it around after the loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
You know, they didn't exactly roll over. They had a good chance to win in that game. Just didn't come together for them at the right time.
Hey, the all-around effort was very solid. They're not interested in moral victories. A loss is a loss.
Now let's send it to Doris.
You know, Mr. Brooks is very close to his star, Kevin Durant, but that doesn't mean he gets any free perks at Katie's restaurant. Brooks said, I get nothing. I mean, give me a dessert, a peach cobbler, something, a sweet tea. No, this guy's cheap. That's one thing about KD. For 7 straight years, he's been cheap. Kevin, over to you.
He stays consistent, Doris. Very efficient. Thank you. Now, here's Fry. He's covered by Westbrook. Made it on the run, too. 10 points for the Wizard. Oklahoma City leading by 14. And here's Westbrook. 7 points in the game. There's a big Mike Robinson goes in. Westbrook's got 9.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half. But since the break, he's been on target.
Russell Westbrook, one of the best success stories converting a scoring guard to playing the point. It's his overall talent that's been successful. His will, his competitiveness, and his incredible athleticism.
Pocket 6. And Fry pitch to Gay. Another 3 for Sacramento.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shot.
Jackson against Terry. Jackson passes to Durant. Lets it go from 11. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 15 points for Kevin Durant.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
40 seconds left to play here in the third. Fry dishes to Cousins. Cousins with a screen on Durant. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, good idea setting that screen.
Nice.
Here's Jackson. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for Sacramento. Allison runs the point. Stauska's at the 2. Johnson is out there with Carl Landry, and it's McLemore at the small forward. Jackson misses.
Well, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Morrow's checked in, and a change for the King. The Wizard is checked in for Darren Collison. Fry, good. Fry's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the King. The Thunder leading by 13. Outside Jackson. Landry grabs the miss. Landry's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Landry with the screen. Now here's Fry. He's guarded closely. Here's Stauskas. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Stauskas was born in Ontario, Canada, 7 days after the NBA awarded Toronto an expansion franchise. Nice little factoid there. He was 10 at a Rapids Open practice.
And Stauskas, Clark, part of this vanguard of Canadian talent, never played hockey. Basketball has always been his game.
You know, but he grew up at a time when Canadian hoop culture wasn't exactly thriving. During the 7th and 8th grade years, his team had no coach, so he coached the team, calling plays and making substitutions. You can see evidence of that in how he plays. He's talented, in addition to being highly skilled.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Jackson. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Sacramento. Here's Stauskas, loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. He gave him more than enough room to get that shot off. You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one and threw him off just enough.
Here's Landry, and the lead is down inside single digits.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the board.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
Cousins trying to free himself up. No good from front. Oklahoma City leading by 8. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That's his first foul.
Close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
It's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. Shoots from throw. That's good. Durant's got 19 points.
Another open jump shot there. Their defense not putting up much of a fight.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. At one point, they led by 16. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Morrow. And now a 12-point Thunder lead.
What great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
That's good.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, guys. Chance to find out what Scott Brooks was discussing with his players. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
Defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Stauskas, the pass to Cousins. Baseline try. Gets in front of the rim and out. The Thunder leading by 12. Durant just inside the line. Gay with the defensive effort. And Pride kicks to Gay. Now, here's Clark. Defended by Durant. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You're hot, and that's certainly been the case for the Wizards. He's got 14 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
Yeah, he's played really well, moving the ball. I'd like to see the rest of the team kind of get into that same passing groove that he's in.
Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Durant again, Oklahoma City.
Clearly no question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Thunder.
It's that way, Steve. And Clark, what an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so, created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, they definitely had a huge edge, and that's in their DNA. Push the pace and apply pressure from an offensive standpoint. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are exactly the kind of games they can play.
That's fun basketball to watch,
It
too.
sure is. It sure is.
And on the year, looking at their record, this team will make it 49 wins.
And after trailing in this season series, tonight they avenged themselves, taking the final game of the year between these two teams, finishing at 2-2 against the
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lamb dishes to Jackson. And yep, finally drops it, rolling around the rim. And the Thunder lead by 14.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all.
12 seconds left to play in the final quarter.